In the dimly lit halls of ancient history, the story of Moses and the Israelites is a tapestry woven with threads of divine mystery, human frailty, and the relentless pursuit of a covenant. It is a story that begins with a burning bush and ends with a blessing. But the journey in between is fraught with challenges, revelations, and a deepening relationship between a people and their God. The love that Moses speaks of in the Book of Deuteronomy is not the tender, romantic love we often associate with the word. It is a covenant love, rooted in a divine initiative that is both surprising and demanding. This video explores the complex nature of this love, the rituals that enact it, and the evolving character of the God who first called Abraham and later spoke to Moses from the burning bush. The love of which Moses speaks is not a gentle emotion. It is a fierce, covenantal commitment that demands the wholehearted devotion of the Israelites. This love is not based on the innate goodness or virtue of the people. Rather, it is rooted in the mysterious and gratuitous love that God first extended to their ancestors. In Deuteronomy, Moses emphasizes that the land and its blessings are not given because of the Israelites' righteousness, but because of God's steadfast love for their forefathers. This love is both a gift and a command, a paradox that Moses grapples with throughout his exhortations to the people. One of the most profound moments in this narrative is the covenant ratification ritual described in Deuteronomy 27. Moses instructs the Israelites to write the law on stone tablets, offer sacrifices, and divide into two groups to recite blessings and curses on the mountains of Ebal and Gerizim. This ritual is not just a formality. It is a reenactment of the covenant that God established with Abraham and reaffirmed with Moses. The choice of Shechem as the site of this ritual is significant. Shechem is a place of deep historical and spiritual importance, where Abraham first built an altar to the Lord, and where Joseph, God's favorite, was sold into slavery. By returning to Shechem, the Israelites are reconnecting with their roots and the divine promise that has sustained them through generations. The ritual at Shechem also serves as a reminder of the divine mercy that has accompanied the Israelites on their journey. God's character, as revealed in this narrative, is multifaceted. He is a God of wrath and justice, but also a God of mercy and love. The covenant with Abraham, which promised fertility and land, was initially coercive and aggressive. God's command to Abraham to circumcise himself and his household was a sign of submission and a mark of the covenant. However, as the story unfolds, we see God's character evolving. He becomes a conqueror, leading the Israelites to victory over the Canaanites, and a father, adopting David's son Solomon as his own. These developments are not contradictions, but different facets of a complex and dynamic divine personality. The relationship between God and the Israelites is characterized by a series of surprises and revelations. God's initial surprise at the consequences of his creative act, leading to the flood, and his subsequent surprise at the consequences of his covenant with Abraham, leading to the Exodus from Egypt, are moments of divine self-discovery. God is not a static, unchanging entity, but a being who responds to the actions and needs of his people. This dynamic relationship is exemplified in the burning bush encounter, where God speaks to Moses as a friend and even accedes to Moses' bold request to see his glory. Moses' blessing of the 12 tribes, particularly his blessing of Joseph, is a poignant conclusion to his life and ministry. In this blessing, Moses alludes to the intimate moment when God called to him from the burning bush. The language of the blessing is rich and evocative, describing the land of Joseph as blessed with dew, sun, and the favor of God's presence. This blessing is a testament to the deep bond between God and his people, a bond that has been forged through trials and tribulations. As the narrative progresses, the character of the Lord continues to evolve. In the book of Joshua, he is a conqueror, leading the Israelites to victory over the Canaanites. In the 1 Samuel, he is a father, adopting Solomon as his son. In the 2 Kings, he is an arbiter, judging the nations and maintaining the international order. These roles are not mutually exclusive, but complementary, reflecting the multifaceted nature of God's character. The love of which Moses speaks is a covenant love that demands the wholehearted devotion of the Israelites. It is a love that is both a gift and a command, a paradox that Moses grapples with throughout his exhortations. The rituals and blessings that accompany this love serve as a reminder of the divine mercy and the deep bond between God and his people. As the narrative of the Israelites unfolds, we see a God who is not static but dynamic, a being who responds to the actions and needs of his people. This love, rooted in a divine initiative, is both surprising and demanding, a testament to the complex and evolving relationship between a people and their God. In the end, the love of which Moses speaks is a call to joy and gladness, a call that Moses himself seems to be making to God. As he stands on the threshold of death, Moses asks something of God that has never been asked before: a surrender of the heart, a mutual love that binds God and his people in a covenant of grace and faithfulness. This is the legacy of Moses, a legacy of a love that is both fierce and tender, a love that endures through the ages.